As the protest scheduled for February 6, 2025 spreads widely on social media, a mix of excitement and tension fills the atmosphere. South African citizens have heightened feelings of discontent and are increasingly expressing their dissatisfaction with the Government of National Unity. Today, we are pleased to welcome back Mr. Stephen Suss, the chairman of the Civil Servants Pension Redress Movement. This organization advocates for former civil servants in South Africa who have faced systemic discrimination based on race and gender under the previous political regime. Good day, Mr. Suss. Thank you for joining us today.
Good day, Jason, and thank you for the opportunity.
Let's jump right into it. It's only a pleasure, Mr. Suss. How is the planning for the protest challenging SONA 2025 progressing?
You know, Jason, I've commented to various people over the past week about, the planning, and I wanted to stress it here also that everything went perfect. It was like a script for a good picture or film. We visited the City of Cape Town offices for planning of gatherings. A notice have been given for processions, for demonstrations, or for gatherings. According to the regulations, Act number 205 of 1990. We've met people there, the traffic department, traffic head, the SAPS people, the office people around there, and they were fantastic, in welcoming us there, guiding us to what is the knots and the do's and the don'ts. And we had two pleasant meetings with him. One was this past Monday. So everything is on set. Everything is. We're just waiting for the procession and the protest to start.
I'm sure your dedicated efforts are crucial in creating a meaningful impact. Mr. Sass, have you noticed a significant and positive increase in the level of interest engaging amongst South African citizens concerning this protest?
Yeah, talking about dedication, Jason, it is diverse groupings of people together, and our leader, convener, Carlos Small, a young man, but a man with a vision, and that type of dedication is contagious. Everybody is heating up, and so very much a concerted and a collective effort. Now you're talking about the interest of the South Africa's of the citizens of South Africa. Now, there was a time when the citizens of the country were very active in taking up their own, plight and doing things. But what happened in the meantime, we have really relinquishing and given up our responsibility and given it to the powers that be. So that was something that we over the past years saw it's not working. So the people are there, they follow the leaders, they are active. I think what happened in the meantime, because of the disappointment of, the political leadership, people are doing their own thing. They just need leadership in the communities, uh, bringing back the schools and the responsibilities, the hospitals, and so on. Those are public amenities. So the public and the citizens must do their part. And I think there's a big realization for that.
Mm. What specific factors do you believe have contributed to the heightened awareness and participation?
I think, as I've just mentioned, Vincent, that the disappointment of people, they had hope. We still have hope for our country. But to start with, after hope, you have anger. People are angry because they were left in the lurch. Okay, but the anger must be propelled to courage. And I think that over a long period, this fight for, uh, let's say, social participation, for the service delivery, for monies that have been, people have been robbed, for exclusion of certain groups. It angered people, but people have the courage now. And I think that is the difference. They have the courage to stand up. With the right leadership, with people in the communities, people are really being led, and they see the positive and constructiveness of this leadership, because they while there's hope, there's life, and I think that is what is happening these days.
What changes or improvements do you envision for the country as a whole through this collective action?
Yeah, Jason, we need change. I mean, you've looked at the change we've got now politically. So we need political change. We need change. People must participate again. They must take their future into their own hands. They must look at a leadership which is not there for their own pockets or for their own and their families' well-being, but there for the public. I once again want to stress people have lost the sense, especially the politicians, of being servants. I mean, we call people who work for the state, we call them civil servants. But these days, and this thing must change to that which it is. I mean, there's no other explanation. If you are called a civil servant, to be a servant, a public servant, to be a servant of the public. You can go to any government department. You can go to various offices. You can go to municipalities throughout. That's why we have failed municipalities. I think, isn't it 80 or 90% or 75% of them that fails? Because they think they are the masters and we are the servants, and it's not like that. So these changes will come. We see it, the government of national unity. It's a change. It's not one party, doing his thing, and changes that we see and we envisage throughout South Africa. But we need our people to participate. We need people to have the conscience and so on, as to get our country back on track. There's so much potential for South Africa, but people are messing up, they are breaking down, they are just negative and arrogant. And those things are to change. It will, I'm sure. If you look now, usually, protests like this are planned by young people. Here we have senior people, people in their 80s, people, in their 90s even, are protesting. They are disappointed. They are neglected. They are not, in their old age, they are not dignified. They are not respected. They are not appreciated. And I can carry on and on and on. It's a simple thing. Why are people in their old age disappointed? Why do they lose hope? Why are they angry? They are angry because of the fact that they were discriminated against, they were excluded, in bargaining chambers and so on. if I just look at the PSCC, for instance, the representation and also in the GPF, representation of pensioners. They have one representative. The state have 8, the unions have 6 representatives. How many pensioners are there with only one representative? Small voice. And this is why we called on our members to be active citizens and take on the responsibility and be courageous and volunteer to communities, where there's service delivery or lack of service delivery, where people pensions are not being paid correctly, pension calculations, the SATBVC states, for instance, genuine military vet that served this country in world wars and so on, not being recognized, and youngsters being recognized as veterans. So all these things, it must change, and it won't change because of the political leaders. It will change because of active citizenry that will take up the responsibility.
Hmm. In regards to the protest, Mr. Sass, a lot of people believe the potential for violence is a significant concern that may be deterring participation among South African citizens. Could you elaborate on the specific security measures, initiatives planned to guarantee safety that are going to be implemented and put into place to ensure the protest is conducted safely and securely?
Thanks for that, Jason. We are responsible citizens. We are senior people. We are law-abiding people. And what we did up to now for the past, let's say, 6 years, or let me go back and say 20 years, and let me go back and say 26 years, because, the CSPRM's plight hinges on the 1998 PSCBC resolutions and agreement that have been signed. And therefore, we believe in this, that we are patient. And patience, I always say this, patience worketh experience worketh hope, and hope worketh faith. And that is our belief, that we will see to it that everything is calm, that people are dignified and professional. We have our people who look after the safety, and we depend, and really they assured us, SAPS, the traffic department, they will look after our safety, and we have marshals, looking at us not overstepping and things like that. We believe that we don't have any doubt that everything will be safe and everything will go well. We want our message to get out there clear. We must be heard, and we really need responses, promptly.
Mm. We sincerely appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to meet with us for this important discussion, Mr. Sass. Your insights and perspectives are invaluable to our understanding of the issues at hand. As you prepare for the upcoming protest, National Citizen News and Media extends its best wishes for your efforts. We hope that your message resonates with the community and fosters meaningful dialogue. If you would like to see more National Citizen News and Media content, visit nationalcitizen.co.za.